Alright, so I don't actually know if we do anything else in there, but I guess we go this way.
And another day ends, and as usual, I didn't save any princesses, or fight any dragons, or hunt any orcs. I chased a rat off, and I didn't even do it myself. I used a fully automated robot instead. It's going to take more than that before my statue stands next to Knight Tilo in the Hall of Heroes, but I'm going to make it one day.
Good attitude. You will if you put your mind to it. Move? An idiot just stands there. Oh, that's funny.
Hey you, boy! You've got to get me out of here! Quickly, please. I was abducted. An elf freed me. They want... You've got to believe me. I have the key to something that could determine the fate of the war. Listen, boy. It's too late. You see this ring? It's the key. Take it to the human archmage in the town of Seastone. You understand?
But...
all of our fates depend on it.
Come on, dude. One ring to rule them all. You know the story. And now it starts going,
oh, dude, nobody's going to believe this. There's no way I'll make it down to the human town by the sea on my own. I need help. I should ask the Master Brewer for help. Or Grandad. He fought for the Alliance.
Hey, Denary, welcome to the stream. This is called the Book of Unwritten Tales. Oh, yeah, I did not change the description. Hang on. Let's do this. I forgot to change this. And I need to change this to this. And this. I forgot to change it. Sorry, guys. What? Where do I put the game now? Here? No. There we go. There we go. It's labeled category. It's weird, Twitch. What are you doing labeling it category? Weirdos. Should be... if Twitch isn't letting me update the name. Anyway, it's the Book of Unwritten Tales. Sorry, Twitch is being weird. At least YouTube hopefully updated the name. Alright, let's go.
A rolled up tarpaulin, probably just like the ones hanging all over the place. The tarps are supposed to offer the stonemasons a little protection. They have to be pretty tough if they're out there in all kinds of weather. I'm not climbing up there, it's all iced up. I'd probably end up breaking my neck.
The ring.
Of course, it's pretty cold all year round up here in the mountains. But this year, winter came particularly early. It worked. I got one.
Don't know what I'm going to do with it, but, you know, stuff.
It'll take a long time for the icicle to melt. After all, the pot isn't all that warm. I should speed up the melting process.
I can go back inside and I can put it on the stove if I can find my way back inside.
That's the entrance to my family's gnome hole. We've been living here for generations. Master Brewer, sir! Hello? Master Brewer, sir! Where are you? Master Brewer, sir! Master Brewer!
What? What?
We have to tell the other dwarves. There was this gremlin in a cage, and he gave me this ring, and...
What kind of ring, then?
This ring! It's a very important ring. The gremlin said all our fates...
Wilbur, I really don't have time for this kid stuff. I've got more important things to do.
But the ring has to be delivered to the Archmage down in the human town. The gremlin said it could end the war.
Listen, laddie, that's a ring. What's it supposed to be able to do?
It's... I have to. The gremlin wasn't lying.
Just think about it. When has anybody ever given an important ring to a little being like a gnome? That sort of thing just doesn't happen.
But...
That's enough. Now, go home. It's getting late.
I guess I can't expect any help from the Master Brewer. The stove is still a little warm. You couldn't cook anything on it, but you could eat something. It shouldn't take long to melt the icicle. The stove is still warm. The icicle is gone. All that's left is crystal clear water.
Coffee pot with crystal clear water. Okay.
I don't really think I'll be able to scoop the slime out of that pot.
No. Alright, whatever. We may come back to the slime later. I mean, especially if it's something that's required for the game to progress, then obviously we'll end up coming back, so...
Probably the statue of some famous dwarven leader. I don't know much about their history. Apparently the statue is not quite finished. Still, it looks much better than the others do.
And ladders go all the way up and up and up and up, but...
The bastion looks so impressive. However, many of the halls and corridors were never completed. Originally, hundreds of dwarves were supposed to live here to defend the Mountain Kingdom's northern front. Now the Master Brewer and my family are the only ones left.
Okay, hang on. This is a little bit bothering me. Not too bad, but this is not as big as it should be, I think. Something like that. Alright. Yeah, the story's good, right? I like it too. Yep. Alright. I don't know if I should have resized that, because I feel like if I go to another game, I'll have to resize back. So we may in the future, we'll resize back with the next game if we need to, and then if that ends up being a thing, we just may not resize this one in the future. Or I could do, alternately, I could do a second window, one for this and one for the other. Maybe that's what I'll do. But for now, okay. Yeah, let's just go in here.
One of my dad's inventions. He calls it a time measurometer. It splits the day into 2 periods of 12 hours each and shows which hour we are currently in. Sometimes I think that thing uses time up instead of just showing it. A chair. This chair is completely uninteresting. Like I said, a chair to sit on. It's still a chair. A totally uninteresting chair which is absolutely no help to me. Not now, not ever. It is a chair. Honest.
He's getting mad.
Okay, whatever. It's a horse. A beautiful big white horse. What is your problem? A chair is a chair is a chair. I'm not going to answer. The chair, of course. That's the key to it all. Not a chair. This chair is completely uninteresting.
Okay, and then it loops again. Okay.
That door is part of Dad's living space optimization unit. Behind it is sort of a car park for rooms.
Yeah, right? I know, Danary. That's awesome, right? I love these old style games that kind of... they're not old games, but they harken back to the same type of games, yeah, from like a long time ago. It's cool.
Those cogs belong to Dad's living space optimization unit. The machine takes up a total of 3 rooms in our hall. A flower pot full of potting soil. Doesn't look like Mother planted anything in there. Doesn't look like Mother planted anything in there. Doesn't look like Mother planted anything in there.
That's the flower pot? Oh, I guess through that. I was thinking that it was this thing. Plants. Okay.
Those are my mum's plants. She grows a lot of that green stuff. She keeps trying to genetically change the plants so they can grow up here amidst the icy mountains. The plants have grown. I could have sworn they weren't here yesterday. Mum probably uses a really good fertilizer. My mother is a real whole wife. She spends her time on chemistry, biology, genetics, and that kind of stuff.
That's what a whole wife typically spends their time on? Okay.
I think I'll just leave that alone. We gnomes have a golden rule, hands off another gnome's experiments.
Go down. I guess that's probably just a couple things left here to examine.
That's my family. Right now, just Grandad and I are holding down the fort. The others are all at a technology trade show down south. My dad is a mechanic and a physicist. He primarily works on, things. Mother is just a whole wife and geneticist. The baby is my little sister Sydney. I think she'll be a researcher too. She once doubled her baby phone's data transfer rate using nothing but a rattle and a rubber ball. My other little sister is Meggie, my parents' pride and joy. She mainly concentrates on robotics, combat robots to be exact. Grandad is a war veteran and conducts secret military research, whenever Dad lets him in the workshop, that is. Looks like I'm the proverbial exception to the rule. I'd rather go out into the world and become a mage, a hero like Knight Tilo. But someone has to look after Grandad and the Master Brewer. I'm more of a local, unsung hero. That's my family. Right now, just Grandad and I are holding down the fort. The others are all at a tech... My dad, mother, she wants my other Grandad. Looks like I'd rather...
Okay, get it.
Another one of Dad's inventions. He calls it eclecticity or something. It's got something to do with hamsters.
Hamsters?
We used to have jelly glowfish all over the walls. I found that a little cozier.
Yeah, it looks like that's everything up on this level, pretty much. Unless I want to analyze the chair again for 5,000 times. Probably not. Okay, let's go down.
And down we go.
Halt! Who's there?
Hi, Grandad. It's me.
I doubt it. What's the password?
Password? I don't know anything about a password.
Bad answer. Prepare to die, scoundrel!
It's important, Grandad.
So is the password. We are at war, damn it. War suffereth no carelessness. So, the password.
Nuclear first strike, sir.
Correct. What do you want?
A gremlin gave me this ring. He said it's very important. He said the ring has to be delivered to the Archmage as quickly as possible.
A ring? Have you checked it for contamination?
What?
For curses, hexes, poison?
What
am I talking about? Of course you have. No one would accept a ring from a gremlin and not check it for curses. Dangerous little blighters, those gremlins. You shouldn't feed them after midnight, you know.
The gremlin said this ring could decide the course of the entire war.
Decide the course of the war? That would be... Where is this gremlin?
He's been kidnapped. He barely had time to give me this ring. It should be taken to the Archmage as quickly as possible.
The Archmage? Yes. He'd know what to do. This is what we've been waiting for. This is what we've trained for. This is the hour in which a stout youngster becomes an adult. The hour of glory. The hour of fame. Hour!
But what do you mean stout?
Does everyone know what they have to do?
No.
Right, men. Let it be so.
He's so senile. He thinks he's still commanding a battalion or something. It's hilarious.
That's one of Grandad's great inventions. A ship which travels underwater. It can already sink. The locker won't open. It was badly damaged 2 years ago in a devastating spring cleaning explosion.
Oh, I just noticed he's missing a leg. He's got a mechanical leg instead. Interesting. I don't know how far before you go. Alright. So that's... Okay, got it.
Those are jelly glowfish lamps. As long as you feed them every couple of weeks, they're good for years of light. They used to hang all over the wall. Now these two are all we have left. Parts of some machine or something. If it's useless, it's Dad's. If it's broken, it's Grandad's. And if it's dangerous, it's from my sister Maggie. An old extension arm. Very handy if you're too small to reach an object. Kind of a widespread problem amongst us gnomes.
I don't know what kind of limit on your inventory size you have either. So 6 so far. We'll see how far we can go. Maybe it'll never actually come to that too. Maybe the way the course the game works is you just never run into
That's
where you
Dad's
have
spare toolbox. Well, he took his everyday tools, his travel tools, and his finest tools with him. Let's see. What have we here? Wrench, pliers, auger grease, a minotaur foot, a curse meter. I'll just take the entire box.
I don't know if we're going to have to remember what is in there in that list later.
Grandad has this thing about secrecy. I think he's afraid of Shadow Army spies or something. Something my granddad is working on. No idea what it is. And I'm pretty certain I don't want to know either. I like my granddad, but his inventions are usually pretty dangerous.
Okay. Rope.
A thin, silvery elven rope. It's very light and almost unbreakable. Dad's vice brings back a lot of memories. Painful, mostly. Dad's vice brings back...
Okay.
A huge machine. I mean, even for Grandad. He's really taking advantage of Mum and Dad being away.
I wonder if his parents are in the war. I don't remember where. Did he? I maybe missed. Did he say where his parents are? I wonder if they're away at the war, or if they're just on a trip somewhere shopping or something at another town nearby. I don't know. Okay, it's looking like there's not anything else down here to examine.
Grandad?
Call me Colonel.
Just what exactly are we to do now, Colonel Grandad?
We've just discussed that. You get the equipment, I'll sort out the means of transport.
Equipment for what?
For what? For your journey to the town of the humans, of course. You need to pay more attention, my boy.
I'm supposed to... I thought someone else...
Who? I very much doubt you'll find anyone else here who's prepared to look death in the eye. This is your chance to be a tragic hero, my boy. A painful loss for the Alliance. Don't you want to be a hero?
Sure, I'd like to do something exciting, but I'm not sure I'm ready to try being...
Try? There is no try, only do. This is your chance. You'll be a hero, and I'll show everyone that this old gnome is still good for something. So, here's the plan. You get yourself some good gear. I'll sort out the means of transport.
All right. I can have a look around, but no promises. About my equipment.
Yes? Have you got everything?
I don't know. What exactly should I take?
Let me think. You need a helmet. You can fight without legs, but you can't fight without a head.
Without legs?
And you need a map of the area. Reconnaissance is everything. We're living in the information age.
So I need a map and a helmet. Got it.
And then, of course, you need a parachute. Better to be safe than sorry.
Just why I mean a parachute?
Just a precaution.
He's like, we're going to be flying now or something?
This ring, do you really think it could end the war?
I don't know if there's anything that can end this war.
The gremlin said it would change all our fates. Maybe it's a powerful magic ring.
We are simply soldiers, my boy. We fight when we are told to. Don't worry yourself about anything else.
Sounds sensible. Do you know the Archmage? Have you ever met him?
I've never met him. After all, he's a great leader, and I'm just a simple, highly decorated gnome colonel. But I've heard lots about him. He's a powerful mage, of course. He's an advisor to the king, and he's our most powerful alchemist and chief of the Secret Service. He lives in a tower down by the sea in Keystone. Of course, being the important man he is, he's always away on business.
I hope he's there. I always wanted to meet a real mage.
If he's not there, You'll have to wait for him or go and look for him. You must only give the ring to the Archmage in person, you hear me? No one else. Give me your word of honor. If the ring really is important, then it shouldn't be our fault if it lands in the wrong hands.
Okay. I swear I'll give it to the Archmage personally. I'm supposed to travel to a human town in your machine, right?
Absolutely, it's the quickest way.
And the safest?
Absolutely, it's the quickest way.
No confirmation. Sorry, we're just going to focus on speed.
Well, we can't expect any help from the Master Brewer. He doesn't believe the ring is important.
I didn't expect much more from that cowardly drunkard.
Grandad, he's my boss.
Some boss sits in his fortress drinking beer from dawn till dusk while his comrades are fighting on the front line.
I think he misses them.
Well, perhaps. But one thing's for sure. We are on our own, soldier.
I'll go look for the rest of my gear.
You do that. I've got enough to do here. But remember, never look a Medusa in the eye. And never look at anyone on the underground.
Right.
Random advice that probably will never be applied. Okay.